Okay, and we're back. I have been harvesting the field when I last left off, and it has been taking 5 ever. So I thought we'd drive back, keep working on it, but I'd fill you in on some decisions I've made. It's actually another day of recording since last time, so I've had a lot of time to think about what we're going to be doing next. And I've made several key decisions, including what are, I guess, wait, is this the right way? Mostly. What our major purchasing decisions are going to be. So, as I said last time, I wanted to buy the IT runner and some baling equipment, but I realized that the priority of that needs to be the baling equipment because we've created a mess for ourselves with all that straw in the field. So we're going to need to clean that up first, but then my next priority is actually going to be completely replacing the equipment we have, because it's tiny, like pitifully tiny for the size of the fields we're going to be doing. And yeah, it just needs to be replaced. Not that it's old or worn down, but it's just too small for the jobs we needed to do. So my plan is to sell the combine we currently have and use it plus the money I've made. You can see in the upper right, I now have $229,000. Quite a great sum of money, and you may be wondering, where the heck did that all come from? Depending on how my time-lapse turns out, you might be able to see me doing some contracting work for some other farmers. I wanted to get some work done off camera, and decided, hey, might as well record it anyway. Excuse me. So, yeah, we're going to be replacing that combine, and not going to upgrade it a great deal because I only have $229,000 of improvement money on top of like the $100,000 or so we'll get back from selling the current combine. But then after that, I should be able to I'm trying to think what my plan was. I thought of it like really late at night, and so now I'm kind of taxing my memory a little bit here. I know for certain that I want to get the Horsch Pronto, the 9-meter direct drill, seed drill, so that I can sell. Oh yeah, I remember now. I'm gonna sell my cultivator and the current seeder because they are tiny, minuscule even, and I'm going to replace them with a I'm going to use the money from them and selling my other 2 tiny little tractors to get a Case Puma, which is a nice upgrade, a bigger tractor, and then also that seed drill. And that's going to be our planting and fertilizing side of things, but harvesting, I might need to. Hopefully I can buy a new combine, but if not, I will lease the new combine, and then once we earn enough money while using it, since it's so much more efficient, we'll make enough money to actually buy it outright. I just realized this entire time I was driving, I should have been having this guy on the hired help. And in fact, I'm going to do this first little bit myself to make sure that it stays lined up. Oh, it's not. Crap. One moment. That should do it. Yep. Just to make sure that the lines are still straight, and then I'll move the combine over so that it actually eats the entire swath instead of sticking off to the side and harvesting with an invisible portion of the header off to the right there. Not very realistic. And being a simulator game, this is all about realism. I'm trying to think of other decisions I've made. I am going to be buying the new DLC, which has been teased at. I'm very excited about it. It has a lot of baling equipment that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn this guy around, and then I'll bring the, what do you call it? Oh, I'm actually gonna have to unload it before I turn around. And so, instead of sitting at a standstill when I reach the end of the field, there, I've decided to back up a little bit so that the I just combined two words there. The straw swath, I guess stroth, is straighter, and it doesn't have that big pile at the end that the words escape me today. The baler is gonna have to pick up. I'll try to show you as I drive down. You can see on the left there, I've also done the little backup thing. But here, this little swath to the right, there's that big pile, and you can see how it's so much wider than the regular swath that the baler is not going to be wide enough to pick it all up. So that's why. I mean, it's fine that the hired help does it, because, I mean, you can't train it to do anything different. And it's so much more efficient to have the hired help do things. It's not worth your time to do an entire field yourself if you're able to hire a worker to do it for you. Especially since you can be doing so many other things. That's part of what I decided to come back and share with you what I was doing for, was to show you that I'm going to be doing other things besides just harvesting. Because this game is all about multitasking. I say as I'm currently doing one and only one thing. Alright, we're almost up here, and then we're going to get it hired on a worker, and I'm going to show you around the shop, and we're going to see what's going on. Little musical interlude there. You know, I never thought I'd be singing on camera, but I guess when you're alone in your own house, you have nothing to fear. Breaking the fourth wall a little bit there. Anyways, I'm always breaking the fourth wall. I'm talking directly to an audience. YouTube is weird. YouTube is weird. Alright. Start up the engine. Gonna let that finish unloading. Just a little bit more. There we go. Alright. And hopefully now it should be lined up to get every last little drop of grain. Oh, nope. No, that's not. Come on. Now. Please. That's... yeah, I'll live with that. Yeah, that's close enough. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Alright. So, as that's going, I'm just gonna sit in it so that there's something moving in the background. But you can see, the header on this combine is this yellow one here, and it is only 5.5 meters. It is minuscule. I'm planning to either upgrade to this 25 foot, which is 7.6 meters, or I might, if I have the money, go all the way up to the 35 foot case. So that's 46,000, and I have the mod. That's 54,000 for the same size header. I'm just trying to see if I can do something different, because most everybody goes for the axial flow 7130. It's just very cost effective. So yeah. That's only 285, and this one's 398. Oh man. Way more cost effective. Though I think the top speed, like, as you're driving down the road, for the, excuse me, for the FENT is better. But it's not worth another $100,000 to go another 5 miles an hour faster. So, if I look at the garage, this is still worth $127,000. And then that. So that's about $147,000. So that's enough to buy $100,000. Oh, where am I? 35 foot? Yeah. So that's enough to buy the header plus 100,000. So, and then this is 285. So I should be able to upgrade directly to the 7130, but I won't have any money left over for for said it kind of funny. They like FUR instead of FER. For what? For it's FOR. My goodness. It is a Friday and I am not not with it today, man. All right. Anyway, won't leave any money when we sell the seeder and cultivator. If we don't have enough money to get the thing, we'll have to do a contracting job to make up the rest of the money we need. So I have talked for almost, I think, well, not almost, completely full, but the majority of this grain tank is now full from me yammering on. So now I have to contemplate which tractors to get rid of. I mean, oh yeah, that's another thing I have to keep in consideration is how much the Puma costs. I could get the Massey Ferguson, which might be a better alternative. It is cheaper. Well, okay, I'll need to upgrade the engine on either one. So that's 207,000 for that, or for the same setup, 214,000. So it's a very minor difference, but I do like the way the Puma looks a little bit better. Not that we're not eventually going to be getting this one, but I do like this one. I want to get it first. So that's another, like I said, 214,000. Oh, and then I'm also going to want the front loader. So 215. Alright. I might have to do some more time-lapse of a contracting work. Oh, and he's almost full. And he's full. Nah, that's the one I wanted. No, not this one. Ah. There we go. Okay. I don't know why, but suddenly the Riding on the Magic School Bus theme song just popped into my head. That is so bizarre. So yeah, we'll head down here, and we'll just, this'll be a consistent thing, until we get a bigger combine. I'm just gonna have to keep unloading, this, like, every half a row, and then I'll be able to do other things somewhere in between. But yeah, it's almost better to have a shorter and wider field, because then the combine can make a full row without, having to stop, and then it can turn around and you won't have to drive into the crop to be able to unload it. So that's definitely something to keep in mind if we ever look into buying more fields, which we might not need to, but I'm hoping we will eventually. I do have some pretty lofty ambitions for this map. I'm very excited. It's a very good map. I don't know why I did the lisp. That's probably very offensive to someone with lisp. I'm sorry. I apologize. What else is there? Oh, the front loader. I'm gonna get the front loader on the case so that, I don't think you can buy seed or fertilizer directly from the loading points at the farmyard. I do believe you have to fill it yourself, which is a very neat feature. But it just means something extra we're gonna have to do. So, I'm gonna use the front loader to move those pallets around. Alright. Will this go line up on its own? Yay! Alright. So we have this. How much are we gonna get for selling this guy and this one? 182. So we'll need to make another... Yeah, that's only... Man, these are not worth as much as I thought they were. I mean, of course, once I get them down to the store and I put them on the repair mod, that'll bring their value back up to full. Well, not full, but the highest possible sale value. Alright. Probably gonna also have to sell that plow, because that's just gonna be way too tiny. So, we'll fold this up. And then, I'm gonna do something that is probably not road legal, and attach this bad boy to the front. The tires are not happy with me. And then, we'll get the FENDT following us, and we will take all this to the store, and sell it. And then just do contracting jobs to replace it as needed. So here we go. Vroom vroom. Oh, the frame rate just died a little bit. That's odd. Yeah, what is going on? Alright, and now it's better. Huh. That is really weird. We're gonna turn on the beacons, warn everybody. A maniac with a bunch of blades on the front of a tractor is coming through. Now, which way to the store? Right and the left, alright. I'm gonna check both ways, but I honestly don't think there is traffic on this map yet. Hopefully they'll add it eventually. Helps the map feel a little less like a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Still in pristine condition, but you're the only person on the planet. Oh, they stopped. Oh, did he get stuck? Yep, a little bit. At the first turn. Wow. Yeah, this handles like, man, it is garbage. I'm glad we're replacing this. I mean, as much as I love having tractors and implements that match each other with colors and stuff, it's just too small. I mean, look at this. I'm steering and nothing is happening. Right and the left, I said. Come on. Yeah. A little bit happy there's no traffic right now. I probably have gotten T-boned, I think the word is, a long time ago. The grain tank is always full. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna hold the 1 key down to set the cruise control down to 6 miles an hour. You can see in the box in the lower right, the little dial with the white number. You can see me changing it right here. You want to have that number on the second lower value of 6 miles an hour. There's 2 values there because the game has to like convert between kilometers per hour and miles. So let's see if we can get this turned around before he has to stop. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I think we did it. Yeah! That was probably perfectly timed. No, but I'm not even going to be able to fill... Or I'm going to fill the trailer all the way, so it's not going to be able to empty out completely. Man, alright. Well, cover this up. And I'll bring it back to the farm. Store it there, because, I'm going to pause real quick. So I keep my momentum. Oh, the price of wheat is back up, but it's still not ideal, and I wanna sell in like bigger quantities. So I'm probably gonna wait to sell this grain until either I really need money, which I kinda do, or I have a bigger trailer. Yeah, that might be another thing. Man, there's so many needs for money and so little of it right now. Hopefully that won't go on forever. But yeah, the beginning of Farming Simulator is always the hardest part. But once you get established, excuse me, once you get established, the game really takes off. Already almost full again. Man. I'm not doing this whole farming thing correctly, I guess. Am I? Hold on. I'm just gonna cut across field 14 here if I can turn into it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. If you look at the map, 14, I mean, it looks like a pretty sizable field, but you don't really get a good perspective of it because the map is so big, like, proportionally, it seems like a medium-sized field. But actually, it's worth $3 million to buy, which is just unbelievable. Alright, but let's see here. If I turn... Alright, I'm gonna go ahead, stop right here, switch back, and I'm gonna turn off the engine so that, I'm just leaving tractors and implements all over the road. I'm not very responsible. Alright, so we're just gonna come up here, and we're gonna cut across this field to get to the farm a little bit quicker.